Hey everybody. I'm looking super rough right now, but it's Sunday and I'm still getting over that crazy stomach flu virus, whatever it is, that smacked me in the face on Monday. It's been like almost a week and I still feel gross. So here we are. I wanted to record this video with the encouragement of my amazing cousin. She knows who she is. I feel very awkward and vulnerable and just like strange at the moment recording myself because it's not something that I do. I don't love to talk unless we're friendly or I'm in person, but speaking to a camera is so strange for me. But I've been challenging myself for some time to step outside of my comfort zone and do some stuff that makes me feel crazy. So here we are doing something that makes me feel crazy. I've never even recorded one of those videos of myself listening to music, so this is like a complete leap. But I'm not just recording to talk about my day because who cares? I sit in bed all day and watch TV or write or read or do stuff for vows. But that's not what this is about. I wanted to start recording a little bit more about my journey with rheumatoid arthritis. So most of you know me because we're all, for the most part, friends or family. My page is public, but 99% of my followers are people that I know from school or work or all of the above. So this may not be news to you if you pay attention to anything that I say. If not, then yay. I have had rheumatoid arthritis for almost 14 years now. I was diagnosed at 17 and I'll be 31 this year in just a couple of months. And so every time I tell someone that I have RA, it's, oh my God, you're so young. How could you have this? And they automatically just associate it with arthritis. And you think of arthritis, you think of old people, geriatric crew. Shout out to the geriatric crew because I feel your pain, but it's completely different. RA is an autoimmune disease similar to lupus, but it's just attacking the joints instead of your nervous system or your gastrointestinal system or something like that. So something has triggered my immune system to attack healthy tissues around my joints, which causes pain and swelling and stiffness and inflammation. If you're hearing that weird beeping noise, it's like a car outside my window. But back to what I was saying. It's attacking healthy cells, tissues around my joints, so it causes a lot of pain and stiffness and joint damage and deformities. This has been, as I said, almost 14-year journey of me battling this disease. I'm actually writing a story about my diagnosis and my journey thus far with the disease, and I think it's pretty cool because I kind of personify it in a way, because it is something that lives with me and I don't look at it as a burden. Yes, it's super frustrating and really painful, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe today's the day that I can't open my door today, or I can't really grip my toothbrush, or I have trouble buttoning my pants. Like, it's like the simplest things that we take for granted is stripped away from you on the days where it's really, really bad. But I have been, really coming into this like mode of wanting to explore it more and understand my body more, and just I don't want to say accept it because obviously I've accepted it, or maybe it's not obvious, but I have accepted it because it's been almost 14 years. But I think I'm at a point now where I'm like, okay, this thing is here and it's not going into remission anytime soon. So let's try to figure out a way for it and I to coexist. But I'm recording this video because I just wanted to give you guys an update on that, but also I had elbow replacement surgery to solve one of the problems that came along with the arthritis. My left elbow had crazy synovitis, which is an attack of the synovial tissues around your joint. Shout out to Google, because my doctor at the time just said synovitis and didn't really explain it to me, but I have to know things, so I looked it up and that's the definition that came up. So for over a year, I was like plagued with this crazy pain and swelling and stiffness in my left elbow. I am a lefty, so it's my dominant arm, and I think that's what helped it progress. And help sounds weird, but it definitely moved it forward because it's my dominant arm and I use it so often that the joint didn't have time or opportunity to rest as much as it should have. And as much as I complained to my doctor at the time about it, he just kept prescribing the same medication and saying, let's just see how it goes. Let's just wait, let's just wait, let's just wait. And I waited so long to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna get a new doctor. Went to see a new doctor, and she did all types of blood work, regular routine first appointment with the new rheumatologist. And she ordered some x-rays because she saw that I had like no mobility in the left arm. I pretty much was at locked at like a 90-ish degree angle. And so that was alarming to her, of course. She recommended that I go see a surgeon at the hospital for special surgery. And when I got my appointment with him, he automatically looked at the x-rays with me, and he was like showing me that I had no space in between bones. So where there should have been cartilage and healthy tissues around my bones to help that cushion and help me move, there was nothing there. So that's why I was feeling all that pain. It was pretty much bone on bone at that point, and his recommendation was that I do elbow replacement. I was super shocked by that news because I wasn't really expecting it. I was thinking that I was going to be, maybe I might have to get a synovectomy, which is them going in there, cleaning out loose bodies and any arthritis that was in there, and then I would heal from that. But it was way past that point, and he was very confident that that was the route that we had to go, and I was leaning on his expertise. I was concerned because I felt like I was a little bit young, and some years ago I had an appointment with an osteo surgeon, and he said that I was too young for any replacements because my right elbow has similar but not really, it's way more mobile and active than my left, but I did lose some mobility because of the RA. And he was saying that I was too young, but this doctor was like, no, he's done it on patients much younger than I, and there was no really other option. And so 4 months or so later, in December, so December 16th to be exact, I had my elbow replacement surgery, and it was a 4-hour surgery. I was obviously knocked out the whole time, woke up with my arm wrapped up, feeling like Frankenstein, and people just poking and prodding at me in the hospital. They were amazing, super nice, and the experience overall was positive. Getting back home, I was happy to be at home, but it was so strange just not being able to do anything for myself. And I'm so grateful that I have the mother that I do, because she was so instrumental in my healing and my treatment, and that poor lady had to wash every inch of me because I couldn't shower for myself for a few weeks. Like I couldn't drive for like 2 months, and then I wasn't able to shower for maybe like shower myself for about 4 to 6 weeks. I had to have the bag over my arm, and I also couldn't reach certain places with my left arm. So shout out to my mom for kicking it old school and bathing me like a newborn. It was super awkward, and it was such an emotional and humbling and transformative experience for me because I am the type of person that doesn't like to ask for help. I hate leaning on other people. Even my own mom, who will give her entire right, left arms and legs to make sure that I'm okay. But it was just really strange for me, and I cried so much during the whole healing process. I was so uncomfortable. I had to sleep with my arm up like this. It was crazy. For a couple of weeks, I had numbness and tingling, side effects from the pain medication, which I took for like a few days and then stopped taking because it was so bad. I couldn't sleep much, but I did get to watch a lot of Hallmark and Lifetime Christmas movies because it was during the holidays, and that was like the best part of my recovery. And I had amazing people, friends and family, texting and calling and sending love, sending gifts, and people helping me to do all types of things. So it was really eye-opening and transformative, and just an all-encompassing experience for me. So I'm about like 2 months and change out of surgery, of course, and healing is going pretty well. My physical therapist has been great. She's like a tough love girl, which I absolutely adore because I hate coddling, and I'm not a coddler, and I enjoy tough love. So she has been really supportive. I'm able to now like do things that I wasn't even able to do before surgery. So like I can put my earrings on, I can brush my teeth with my left hand now, I can touch my shoulder, I can do all these things that I wasn't able to do before. And even weeks after the surgery, I had to like relearn everything. I'm still working on the stretching part because I still have like some mobility that needs to improve, like a lot. I'm downplaying it, but there's a lot of mobility that we need to work on. But the progress is really great. Of course, I got a wicked scar from the surgery. And when I first took the bandages off, this was like a few weeks after surgery. I didn't see it, but my mom was with me at physical therapy at the time because I still wasn't driving. And my therapist had to like massage the area to get the tissues moving around the joint so that everyone is back in harmony and we can start functioning like a normal family. And so my mom saw the scar for the first time, and it was so black because it was scabbed over, and it was just gross. I hadn't seen it, but I could feel the thickness of the scabbing. And I don't think I was ready to see it at the time, but then a couple weeks later I did look, and it was still scabbed, and it was pretty gross, but I think now it's a lot better. It's still like a pretty significant scar, but I was told that it will fade over time, which kind of makes me sad because I think it's kind of cool. But I'm gonna show you guys. Here we are. Pretty crazy, but that's what it looks like now. And I kind of love it. I wouldn't be mad if it didn't go away, even though I moisturize every day, so I'm sure that it will. And I'm still healing. It's still a little sore where the incision is. And of course I still have a long way to go with PT and getting mobility back in the arm. And I shouldn't say long, maybe another couple of months. But I'm just excited that I am at a stage where I can do pretty much anything for myself now, and it's just gonna keep getting better. I am at a point now where I'm like reevaluating the way that I treat myself in terms of my RA, and I am looking at combining alternative medicine with the conventional medicine that I have been taking for the past couple of years, because we've tried I've been on like so many different medications in the past 14 years and tried many different combinations of medications. And it seems like my body gets used to it for a while, and then it's like, okay, thanks, girl, that was fun. What else you got? Because then it comes back with a vengeance. And recently, I've noticed that some new joints are being attacked, and I've been experiencing some pain and stiffness and swelling, specifically in my right hand. And so I'm working with my doctor as well as a natural doctor to come up with a treatment plan to help with living with this crazy disease. Remission is definitely possible, and I have all the hope and faith that I can be in remission one day. So I think I'm going to take this time, the life that I have right now and until I don't have it anymore, to really look at this disease, look at what it's doing to my body, and treat it in a way that's right for me. So I'm gonna be documenting my diet, my treatment plans, therapies. I mentioned months before that I started doing Tai Chi, and I have to start going again now that I'm driving and I'm back and I feel like I can do some more movements. Tai Chi is big. I'm gonna be incorporating some other treatments, some other alternative treatments to help and see what works, what doesn't work, and just give everything the old college try. So I'm gonna potentially share this stuff with you guys. It's really for me, but I'm sharing it with you all because you're my friends and my family, and maybe it'll help you get a little bit more insight into the world of autoimmune diseases. It sounds so like sterile and gross, but I'm gonna try to make it fun. As I said, I'm writing like a story about my journey. Loosely, I'm not being like memoir based, but it's loose, but it's really 90% of it is correct. So I'm trying to make the best out of a not so pleasant situation. I don't want to say that this is like a curse, because I don't feel that it's a curse. I think that I was one of 2 million people who got gifted this ridiculous disease. But yeah, that's where I am, and I'm going to document this whole journey so that I can look back one day and say, remember that day you were in so much pain, or remember that was like 2 months after physical therapy and you couldn't do this, but now you can do this. And so that I have like documentation of where I've come from, and I can continue to pat myself on the back on days where it feels like I'm not making any progress. So hope you guys enjoy my little rant, and I will try to share as much as I can. If you don't care, I love you anyway. If you care, I love you more. Thanks, guys.